Tinubu government, the toughest in Nigerian history, Agbakoba says. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. Please subscribe to our channel. Former President of Nigeria's Bar Association, NBA, Dr. Olisa Agbakoba S.A.N, has described the President Bola Tinubu-led administration as the toughest in history of Nigeria. This comes at the heels of the backlash he received following media blackout on the Chicago State University CSU certificate saga of Tinubu pending the Supreme Court decision on the matter. Agbakoba, in a recent interview with Vanguard, decried a hike in food prices as a result of a subsidy removal by the Tinubu-led administration. Senate clears air on putting NSIPA under Tinubu's supervision. According to him, Tinubu has lots of controversies to contend with. The socio-economic crisis occasioned by the policy of subsidy removal, unified single exchange rate, the threat by the Labour Congress to shut down the country, the struggle to provide palliatives to calm frayed nerves, and now the issue of credibility as a result of the Chicago State certificate saga. President Tinubu was taking on every challenging assignment. Let us assume that President Tinubu is a captain of an aircraft. Tinubu takes us from the runway. He has to climb out to a particular altitude. You know, in climbing, some pilots have a very smooth climb, while others have very turbulent climbing. Tinubu has been contending with two major headwinds. One of the issue of the removal of subsidy. One is the issue of the removal of subsidies, and another is the exchange control issue. How he handles them will depend on his skills as a pilot, but the climbing is very difficult. When you're climbing out and you hit the headwind, you have to be in full focus. So the climb out has been extremely tough. There is no doubt about it. What I think is that he ought to be using full power, because when a pilot is climbing, he has the power to trot. What I see Captain Tinubu doing at this stage is using only 50% of his throttle power. He needs to push that throttle to the limit so that the climb out can be great. I would say that the turbulence will continue until the Supreme Court makes its final decision. What is obvious is that Nigerians have to go through a very tough time. It has been the toughest time in the history of this country since independence, as garri, rice, vegetables, and other staple foods are out of way of the reach of the common man, he said. Well, indeed, I agree with what you said from the beginning. We are going through a tough time in Nigeria. In fact, one of the toughest. We sat down and we were discussing how everything has increased times 10. You know, somebody went to get spaghetti, and the price has increased. And then they were like, once upon a time, the price of this thing was 16 naira. So the person was now like, if you're with 700 naira as of before is now 7,000. And the 7,000 you're holding was 700 before. Why? Because the 7,000 naira can only get you those things. You get, imagine, spaghetti that time they sell for 17 naira, 18 naira is now how much? You know, how much for a bag of rice then? How much for half bag of rice? Even with that 18,000 naira basic salary, people came out. You know that those things. Imagine you buy all those things, small. You buy 600 naira spag, You buy rice, 4,000 naira. You understand? You buy all those things, small like that. You buy beans, you keep them for house. You use the push yourself. If your place of work can't be place where you see, you know they spend money for transport. Along. You understand? But now those things are like the place where they spend 700 naira at that time. You go enter there, even spend 10,000. You never still get the satisfaction of that time where they get them for 700. And that is it. Do you understand? Sincerely. This is exactly true professional neutrality. Only in Nigeria can issues of this magnitude is happening, and professionals are so silent and neutral like a coerced society. Yet, when such issues happen elsewhere, Nigerian professionals become giant commentators. Don't mind these people. Everybody they guard inside. Mr. Agbakoba is only trying to divert attention from being pressing to his aeronautic law certificate. Nigeria needs leaders with genuine identity to pilot a plane to safe landing. We're tired of cosmetic approach. We want a better country for ourselves and this generation of the children yet unborn. We say no to political deceit. I don't think he's trying to divert your attention. But him saying Tinubu is only using his 50% of his, what did they call it? Power. I go tell and say, sorry, if Tinubu don't they use all of them. You don't they use all of them, there is absolutely nothing you can tell me. He will navigate his way out successfully. Let's hope so, Sha. Let's hope so. Even though it doesn't seem like it, but let's hope so. Mr. Agbakoba, if I can remember well, as a lawyer, even a son for that matter, you started the 25% thing in Abuja, in which you know nothing like winning the FCT before becoming the president. Now you're singing another canary that some lawyers are overtrained for saying that President Tinubu does not attend CAC because of the background of being an Igbo man. The regional bigotry is still showing in your blood. I don't understand. What are you saying? What are you saying? You think connect these two things together now? Ha! He even said Tinubu they even use just 50%. Me, I say Tinubu don't use this, so Tinubu don't use 90. You did the talk. I will say the talk with this. Agbakoba sound like an aeronautic lawyer. I agree with him. He didn't blame the president. He only criticized and was objective. I'm telling you, he was very objective on this one. It might be as a result of his courage to hold the bull by the horn, irrespective of the danger. Okay, no problem. Let us be saying it. But me, I'm saying the people of Nigerians' patience have run out. This one is running out. Our patience have been running out for a very long time. But you see this period, if nothing is really done about it, you see the way things happened before. There are many things that have been happening and that have been permitted to happen. It is not going to be permitted to happen. It is not going to be permitted to happen. The people of Nigeria, they're off. How do I put it now? Their patience don't reach minus. You don't come off for plus, enter minus. So anything we say the government is going to do, make them do and fast, make them act fast because people don't get chill anymore. And of course, we should be holding these people accountable. Whether we like it or not, we should be holding them accountable. Then do what you know they okay, we hold them accountable. Then do what you know okay, we cheer them on. That's so it's supposed to be. People are really going through a lot. It will get to a point where the poor, I have said it before, or the masses will have nothing else to eat than to start feeding on the rich politicians. Alright, on this note, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for turning in to listen. Until I come your way next time, enjoy.